Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, my brothers and sisters from Cameroon. This is me again, Chuye Brand Bunwe, the creator of the CTBN web application. I hope that your night was a good one, and I hope that your day is starting off well. Mine is starting off well because you are looking at the video right now. I hope that yesterday or the day you watched the first video, you liked it, you subscribed, and most importantly, you shared it because it's very important for parents and suppliers in Cameroon to know that the visibility of the textbooks is the problem, not the textbooks themselves. So today the video is going to be about creating an account, actually creating an account on the CTBN web application. How do you actually create an account? What type of accounts can you create? Those are the things we are going to be looking on today. So I'll switch to the CTBN web application. Now we are on the CTBN web application, and as you can see, I have shown you this in the previous video. This is the application. Now, here to create an account, what you need to do is to visit the sign up navigation link at the top right corner. When I click on it, you can see that you can create two accounts. Mainly, there are two main accounts you can create: a supplier account and a customer account. A supplier is an entity that can provide textbooks, while a customer is an entity that needs textbooks. So they are ready to pay for textbooks. So before I go into the creating of the account, I want you to know that the only difference between the account creation process between a supplier and a customer is at the level of the information that they input. After they have created their account, everything that follows is the same. That is from the verification of the account to the subscription, getting a valid subscription and signing in. Everything is the same. The only difference is at the level of the information that they enter. So with that said, I will go into creating an account for a supplier. So I'll click on the supplier link. So this opens up the page, the supplier sign up form. Now, in this form, you can see there are many fields there. The major ones, in fact, they are all major fields because they are all required. None can be left blank. Okay. You have the full name, that's the name of your business, right? And then you have the category. What are you? Are you a publisher? Are you a bookstore? Are you an individual? Le photo, right? The section. Do you serve the English section? Do you serve the French section, or do you serve both English and French? Now, the region, you choose the region, obviously, in which you reside, and the city in which you are. Uh, Now, the list of the cities might not be exhaustive. They are not exhaustive, actually. So, if at some point you do not find your city in here, please feel free to go to the documentation. Just go to the documentation and come on, get in touch. Here you can find an email, any email really that you can actually use to contact us and tell us about the lack of your city. Now, I'll advise you to use the feedbacks email because it's a feedback you're actually wanting to give. So going back to the link or to the page, the suppliers page, you have the city in which you reside. You have the neighborhood. Now, for example, say you are in Bamenda, in Bafoussam, or in Yaoundé, in Douala. The neighborhood is where are you actually in that city. And then you have an email address, a usable email address, an email address that you use, that you currently use. And then you have a telephone number. Now, the telephone number must start with the +2 376 country code. Okay, the 237, first of all, the country code, and you must include the 6. So it must start with the +237. Okay, and then now there's an image of your business area. So I accidentally clicked on that. So the image of an image of your business area. Where do you stay? So, like an image of your facade, right? The facade where you stay, your business area, so that a customer that gets you or sees your search result after launching a search, they can actually see your image and see where exactly you are, what your business area looks like, so that when they are coming, they know that this is where I have to be. And down here you have additional location description. So anything really they need to know. For example, if you're in the quarter or you're in a neighborhood where it is required to reach you, it is required to take a bike, you should state it there. You can state the price of taking the bike and what exactly they should say in order to reach to you. And then now you have a password. Now the password needs at least one symbol. Examples are this: at least one number, at least one lowercase letter, at least one uppercase letter, and it must be 12 characters minimum. That's for security reasons. In these days, we have supercomputers that are really, really powerful and they can crack certain types of password, especially passwords that are weak. So it is recommended, the recommended password length now is 12 characters, and having these details, uppercase, lowercase numbers, and symbols really solidifies again or strengthens the password. You can always use the eye icon to see what you're typing, right? So that you don't make any mistake. Once you have typed your password, you will have to confirm the password here. Okay, and then once you confirm the password, you will click on uh, creating an account, and that will create your account. So I'm going to quickly enter all the information. So I have filled in the required forms. As you can see, I have a name here, some wonderful supplier. My category is bookstore. I choose to be mixed. The region is center. The city is Yaoundé, neighborhood 2D. My email address, my telephone number. This is actually one of my telephone numbers for those that would like to write a message. Uh, I don't receive calls on it, but you can always write me on WhatsApp and SMS. And then I choose an image. I choose an additional location description, and I have a password. Now the password here, this is the password. So you see there is a lowercase, there's an uppercase, there's at least one lowercase, there's a symbol, there are actually two, there's a number, and the password is at least 12 characters long. So this is the type of password you have to be putting. Strong password. Feel free to play around with the different configuration that these details bring. So now I'm going to create an account. So when I create the account, what you realize is that they have asked, they tell me that a verification link has been sent to my account. Now, the verification link is to prove that you are actually the owner of the email address that you entered. Because if you're trying to take or acquire another person's email address, it's not going to work. So you will need access to that email account. So I'll quickly go for those that want to see what this will look like on a mobile device. This is what it will look like on a mobile device. Okay, it's going to look something like this. So I'll switch to my email account to see if I have received an email. Now, the email you will receive a link. In the link, you will see, in the email account, in your email account, you receive a link. Now, the link will be from CTBN notification. Now, that link, before you click on that link, make sure that the browser you are using, the browser you initiated the creation of your account is your default browser. Because if it is not your default browser, then you may face some difficulties. Now, yesterday or in the first video, I talked about cookies. The cookies, data that is stored on your machine, and more precisely in your browser's application folder on your device. Those cookies are used to know the site in which you are and some of the data it needs to operate. Now, if you started, for example, we have two browsers. Your default browser is Phoenix browser, and you have Google Chrome on your machine. Now, if you're using an Android device, then I'm taking the case of an Android device, then you must have or you should have a Gmail account, like a Gmail email, right? A Google email. Now, if you started the process on Phoenix browser, then the cookies of ctbn.org are stored in Phoenix browser. And since they are stored in Phoenix browser, when you receive the verification email or any verification email, as you will see in the next videos, we'll talk about emails. That link will go into your Gmail application, and Gmail by default will open any link you click inside it in Google Chrome. Now, if you started the registration process in Phoenix and the link that you get in your email account, you click it inside Gmail, you will receive an error message. The error message will be due to the fact that the cookies that were stored in Phoenix stating that a verification link has been sent to your email will not be on Chrome. So that is why you will get the error. So what you should do, if you are not, your default email, your default browser, sorry, is not the browser in which you started the process of creating your account, you should copy the link you will get in Gmail and go back to your browser. Go back to the browser that you were using or that you started the account creation process inside, and copy and paste the link there and hit enter, or just launch the search. Then it will open the page that you need to see. So I will quickly go into my link and then get the link. I'll copy the link actually, and so that you can see actually the. So now I've copied the link and I'm going to paste it here. That is the link I have pasted. And then when I hit the link, now they say I have successfully verified my account. Okay. And then now I am moving to the subscription phase. Now I want you to know, as I said before, that for a supplier, the only difference between the account creation process of a supplier and the customer is at the level of the input information, the information they have to input. Everything after that is the verification link send, the subscription, and everything, it is the same. So I'll proceed into creating a subscription. Now, when you want to create a subscription, this is what will happen. Now, suppliers are expected to pay 5,000 francs to be able to create to finalize the account creation process, and it is a one-time payment for suppliers. A one-time payment. So once you create your account and you pay the 5,000 francs, you are active for life. So far as the CTBN will exist, you will never have to pay a single franc again. Now, for customers, it is 2,500 francs that they have to pay, and they pay that every year. Every year, you pay 2,000 francs, 2,500 francs a year for customers per year. So, meaning that if we are in March and you pay, for example, March 2025, and you pay 2,500 for your account, you will have access to CTBN for the whole of 2025. All the year, you have to, access. And then in 2026, as from January 1st, you have to pay another subscription for 2026. So now, here, as I said, the number that you entered when you created your account, this is it, and it's the number by default that is going to be used to launch the payment. But now, let's say you have a Yumi number here or a Camtel number, numbers that do not offer Momo or OM. What do? You have the possibility of entering another number here. Okay, you can enter a number that has Momo or OM that you have access to. When you enter it there, the payment is going to be automatically initiated on that number instead of the number that you signed up with. Now, if the number you signed up with is a Momo or OM number in which there are funds and you would like to use it, then you can leave this input field empty. Okay, just leave it empty and then you hit subscribe. So I'm going to hit subscribe. When you hit subscribe, you are going to be taken to a page that prompts you to uh, really just follow the instruction that is going to appear on your phone about the Momo or the OM payment, and you should please verify the message. When you enter your code and you have received the message and you have read the message from OM or Momo stating that okay, the transaction has been successfully carried on, that is when that is when you should click on this verify my payment link. Now, the process is automatic, of course, but I am sure that we have all run into a situation where we have to, uh, we have to, I'm actually typing the code here. I'm actually typing the code. Okay, so I have just approved the transaction. Uh, Now, what I wanted to say is this. We have all run into a situation where you go to a Momo call box or OM call box and you try to perform a transaction. And once you have performed the transaction, they tell you that the message has not yet come, but that it has gone, that the transfer was successful. And then you say, okay. And then you reach home only to find out that it never appeared, it never came. So the message is important. So that's why after you click on the subscribe button in the previous page, you're taken to this page where it prompts you to receive a confirmation SMS from your mobile operator stating that the funds have been removed. Okay. And once it is done, you should click on the verify my payment. When you click on the verify my payment link, if everything was successful, as you just saw me typing, everything will be fine, and your subscription would have been created, and they will prompt you to sign in. So I'm going to sign in now, just so you can see. So here you have to enter your email. The email I used was revivedcameroon@gmail.com, and the password, well, was that password you saw earlier, the test at password. And so now when you try to sign in, what happens is that there are the CTBN has what you call two-factor authentication built in. Two-factor authentication is built into the application in such a way that you, after entering your email and your password, you will be prompted to enter a login code that has been sent to your email. Okay, that's used to securely enter into your into your account, because anyone that knows your password and your email could easily enter your account. But with the login code, you really have to have access to your password, to your email. Sorry. So I'm going to quickly get my login code. As I'm getting my login code, I'll enter my login code and paste it, and then bam. So this is the dashboard of a supplier where they can perform all their tasks. That's textbooks at the level of textbooks for the English and French section. Reservations, if they really accept reservations, they are going to be able to handle their reservations here. And this is small statistics page. And here we have information, their account, information about the account, profiles. We'll talk about profiles in later videos. And then now here you have the subscription. Now in the subscription, this is the subscription you actually pay. Okay, this is a subscription you pay. Now you realize here it is said 100, but that's because we are testing, right? We are testing. So now what I want you to realize is that there are two forms of payments on CTBN. There's the manual payment, where you will be the one to type the star 126 hash in the case of MTN, or the hash 150 hash in the case of Orange. That's the manual. And then you have to do everything and send us the transaction code. That's the manual part. But we have the automatic type too, which is the current strategy, as you can see. So that's pretty much it. You have your information, and this is the image I chose as when I was creating my account. That's it. And you still have access to the documentation in your dashboard, just in case you want to learn how to use the platform. So this is the dashboard. On mobile devices, it will look like this. This is how it will look like on your mobile device. This is your information page. You can always click on the menu icon to go back to your to the landing page, which is this one, of course, and then you use this to navigate. Okay, all sections. So this is pretty much what it takes to create an account on the CTBN. Now you can always log out using the logout link that is found on the top right corner. You have the language again, the language bar as usual. So I'm going to log out, and then I'm going to quickly go into the sign up for the customer. Now for the customer, as you can see, the information is pretty much almost the same. Less, of course, but pretty much the same. The first name, the last name, the email, the telephone number again with the +237 prefix. You have the region, the city, the neighborhood, the password, and the confirmed password. It's just the same. Immediately you create your account as a customer, everything we did from verifying your account to creating your subscription to signing in into your account will be exactly the same. So that's it. That's all you need to know about creating your account and actually signing in. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you like, you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and you will share so that people will know not only how to access the CTBN, but how to create an account on the CTBN. Now, the next videos, I'm going to be talking about how to actually manage your account as a supplier. It's not going to be extensive or exhaustive because, of course, it's an application. There are many things that even the developers themselves, they do not do, but that you as a user will be able to find and do. So thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.